Hello everyone. What's going on? APL here, APL Fisher on Xbox Live. I got a game of Domination today on Invasion, but before I get too much into that, I want to say a big welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys for coming over and checking out my channel. Hopefully you got a chance to watch some of my other videos. And at this point, if you guys came over from the Camp Hutch video, I assume you know I'm an aggressive sniper. And that's most of what my content's going to be, is me playing pretty aggressively with either the Barrett or the Intervention. But just wanted to say thank you guys so much for coming over and checking out my channel, and hopefully I won't disappoint you. I'll give you as much content as I can, and hopefully it's stuff that you guys like to watch. Also in this video, I want to talk a little bit about some of the questions I've been getting a lot of messages, obviously, with all the new subscribers. Just kind of asking me what my setup is. I think I've got some stuff from sensitivity to what do I use to record, and all kinds of stuff in between. So I want to talk about that a little bit later in this video. So probably not going to be too much talk about the gameplay in particular. I'll throw things in here and there. But before I get to the frequently asked questions stuff, I want to address what my setup is and what my approach is to domination. With the sniper rifle. Obviously, I'm using the Intervention, as you can see. My sidearm is the Raffica. I have the silencer on the Raffica, and that's just it's a little mini M16, and it's a really accurate gun, and it kills, I think, in about 3 hits. So it's a really good gun for a sidearm. Obviously, as it's a machine pistol. I do use the Magnum as well sometimes. Kind of mix it up between those two. As far as my perks go, on all my sniper classes, I use Sleight of Hand Pro and Stopping Power Pro. That's always a standard for me. And usually I'll be using Ninja Pro. In this case, I think I have Commando Pro on, mostly because I think I just forgot to change it. I was messing around with my Intervention class a little bit. But most of the time, you'll see me using Ninjas. I have a headset, and that's really important for me, to be able to hear footsteps. And so, without Ninja, hearing your own footsteps can definitely hinder what else you're hearing out there. So that's kind of what my setup is. My approach in Domination with the sniper rifle is obviously it's aggressive and more not so much just trying to get a ton of kills. You're not going to see me mostly. I mean, once in a while I'll have a pretty good game where I get over 30 kills with the sniper rifle. But most of the time I'm running around. I'm trying to stop people from capping flags. If my team's getting dominated or we're down a flag, I'll go and try to cap one. But in this game, I think we kept it pretty well under control. We had 2 flags pretty much the entire time, and I think we dominate them for quite a bit of the match. So as a result of that, I was able to just run around and do what I enjoy doing, and just picking people off. And that's, someone that can do that with the sniper rifle, someone that can be aggressive, is really dangerous, because a lot of times people don't expect a sniper to be running around. They expect them to post up and just kind of sit in a spot, camp for a while, and then move on to the next spot. And that's fine, and that's the approach that some people enjoy doing, and I know some people on YouTube have that style. But that's not how I have fun playing the game. And I'm not saying the other style is necessarily wrong or anything, but it's just I think gameplay that's more aggressive with the sniper is more exciting. And I think if you guys subscribe to me, you understand that as well, or agree with that. But if not, you can always leave a comment. But I assume that's kind of why you guys are here. So yeah, pretty much just running around right now. I think we're dominating them right now. Yeah, we are. So that's that can make it a little more dangerous though, because their spawning can be more random, and that's one thing I see a lot of people doing, is working too hard to get that 3rd flag to dominate them, when you can just have the 2 flags and basically just spawn trap them, and that's a lot more effective than having 3 flags and then not being sure where exactly they're going to spawn. So I think that's one thing that, if I can give a little bit of advice, if you guys are playing a domination game, and especially in a party, and it's definitely like a public match, not if it's game battle or something like that, but just focus on having 2 flags and don't work too hard for that 3rd flag. If you guys have the 2 flags for most of the game, you're obviously going to win the game, and you can also predict where they're going to spawn. So here right now in the gameplay, I'm trying to go for trying to get my kill streak up, and this guy's chasing me, and I end up throwing a flashbang. I have a flashbang as my secondary grenades. And one thing that's important when you have flashbangs or just trying to evade someone like I am with this guy, is just move around, like throw one and then move. They're going to be stunned or partially blind, and they're not going to know where exactly you're going. So just moving, it sounds like a really stupid and simple thing to say, but just moving around and taking them from a different angle will often catch them off guard. So yeah, with my setup stuff out of the way, some of the questions I've been getting, quite a few of them actually, have been what my sensitivity is, and we talked a little bit about it in the Camp Hutch video. But for a while I was staying on 2. When we recorded that video, I was on between 2 and 3. But recently I've gone up to 4, and I've been pretty much staying on 4. And I do like 4 quite a bit, so I'm probably going to stick with that. But there's no magic sensitivity that's going to make you better at quick scoping or make you better at sniping. It's just kind of how, as you play, what you feel most comfortable with. One thing I would say, obviously in the early setup phases, it's important to try out some things. But when you have something and you've had success with it and you're pretty comfortable with it, don't go, if you have a bad game, don't just go changing it right away. I know sometimes that's the mentality, but if you do that, it's going to be hard for you to ever adapt to one sensitivity in particular. So just keeping it with what you've had success with in the past is a really good tip that I can give. And I would say that I do the same thing. Sometimes if I have a bad game or I'm getting frustrated, a lot of the times I die a lot, not because of my sensitivity, but because I'm just getting frustrated and just trying to kill the same guy who's, let's say, camping in a house or something like that, and I'm getting sloppy. But a lot of times it has nothing to do with my sensitivity. So I've also been asked quite a bit what I used to record with. I use the hutch HD PVR. It's basically you connect it to your Xbox, and then you connect that. It basically routes from your Xbox, routes it back into the TV, and you record to a hard drive or to a computer. A computer hard drive, obviously. So that's what I use for that. What else have I gotten? Quite a few other questions. Some of them were if I still play Counter-Strike anymore, which I haven't played in a long time. Once in a great while I will. As far as leagues go, no, I don't play in leagues anymore. Played in leagues for about 4 or 5 years, but I'm kind of done with that. I might at some point go back and start, not necessarily in leagues, but playing publicly again for fun. But we'll see what happens about that. In regards to that, probably not. I'm really focusing on Modern Warfare for the most part. So you're probably not going to see me doing that a ton. Yeah, so the game's kind of winding down here. We've been dominating for most of the game. I think they end up picking up the C flag again. But and right here, I think there's a frustrating death. This guy's shooting at me. I pinpoint him. I think I get 2 hit markers, and then he kills me, which is frustrating. But what can you do? Yeah, I think. Oh well. I think he was using one of those shotguns there. But yeah, just to reiterate, kind of, thank you guys so much for subscribing. And I'm going to try to do about 2 videos a week, sometimes more. Due to my work schedule, it can be a little erratic, but I will try to give you guys as much content as I possibly can, and I really appreciate you guys coming over and checking me out. So the game's over here. We pretty much destroy them. And my final score, I think, is 23-6. Nothing crazy, but just a really well-played game, I felt, overall in Domination. And, a game that can kind of show how you can be effective with the sniper rifle without, going nuts and getting tons of kills. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot, and I will talk to you later. See ya.